Welcome back. This is Chile Davis. I'm here to do another video. I want to welcome back all my subscribers and welcome to all my new viewers. If you like this content, please click the like and share and click the subscribe and click the notifications for up and coming new content. So the video today is about 3 keys to wealth. And this building wealth is in reference to building wealth in the stock market. So I'll just keep it to that because I don't want to go down too many different roads. But essentially, I wanted to talk about building wealth and what it took in my journey and what those 3 keys are. So the first one let me start off by saying this. The reason why I have this wheel in front of me is because I believe there's 3 keys. And if you don't have these 3 spokes in the wheel, you'll have a really rough ride. So if you want to build your stock portfolio fast and you want to make a lot of money and you want to kind of do it over and over, you need at least these 3 keys to become very successful. So the first key that I want to talk about is experience. So if you want to build a $10,000 stock portfolio, if you want to build a $50,000 stock portfolio, if you want to build 100,000 and so on and so forth, you're going to need somebody on your team with experience. This could be a financial coach, this could be a mentor, this could be a number of people, but you're going to need somebody with experience on your team. So that's your first. And I looked up this word, mentorship. So mentorship is the influence, the guidance, or direction given by a mentor in an organized setting. Mentor influences the personal and professional growth of a mentee. So the reason why I talk about experience and mentorship is because that's how I learned to do stocks. I tried to do it in a group setting at first, and I couldn't. I actually had a mentor at work, and he sat me down at lunchtime every day and went over stocks with me. And my job was each day to come back with a new stock, or he would give me a stock and I would come back with, some results that he wanted. So that's how you start off. You need someone on your team with experience, and you need maybe a mentorship. Maybe you can do group chats. Those have been very helpful. I've been on a few group chats in Facebook. Believe it or not, Facebook can be very helpful. I didn't initially tend to go to Facebook, but Facebook was very helpful because once my mentor was gone, I was able to reach back from everything he taught me to go into the Facebook group and understand and start to, I guess, match myself with peers. So the next key is expertise and education. So again, this goes back to experience, but you need somebody on your team with expertise in the subject that you wanting to know, in this case, stocks. So I got a lot of that expertise from my mentor, but after a while being with him, he explained to me how to do certain things, and I had the foundation. So the expertise kind of came with me doing the hard work, the leg work, watching the earnings calls, finding different stocks to get stock tips from, news articles, CNBC, Bloomberg, Motley Fool. So that's how I developed my expertise and my education. So I also found a couple books, and one of them was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And his second book is Rich Dad's Guide to Investing, What the Rich Invest in that the poor and middle class do not. So again, I started reading books as it regarded to stocks. I also did CNBC. I mean, as I mentioned, Bloomberg, and I started to get in Facebook groups people who had expertise, people had already made millions of dollars in the stock market. So again, that was expertise and education. And then lastly is cash. I really believe if you want to invest in the stock market, you're going to at least need a minimum of $5,000 to $10,000 to get involved. That initial $5,000 will teach you a lot of different things. And that second $5,000 you can maximize on what you learned in the first $5,000 worth of cash. Now, nobody says you can't borrow cash. I mean, you can get the $5,000 any kind of way you want to, but that's the first step, is getting that initial $5,000 and understanding, how to trade, how to increase on stocks, how to maximize your return on your stocks. So it's very important. So if you want to start off with an easy stock or easy way of investing in the market, of course, you can always do what they call an ETF. And as you've seen, this ETF over the last 5 years has experienced exponential growth. It started off at $25 and now it's at $140. So it basically it's 4x. It's 4x this value. Now, wouldn't you like to have 4 times the amount of money that you have today in your savings? I mean, that would be awesome. So, I mean, let's just give an example. So if you had $5,000 in your stock portfolio initially, and 2 years later, you had $20,000, I think that would be a pretty decent return. So that's what it's going to take. And also, it's going to take tools. So one of the tools that I like to use is this calculator on calculator.net, investment calculator. I mean, you can come to this website and put any amount of money in it. And let's just say a solid ETF, and just talk about 2 years time of growth. And we'll just say $500 a month. There you are. In less than 2 years, you'd have a little over $18,000 at a select 8% appreciation, and with a $500 initial investment. So these are tools. These are tools that'll come to you after a while investing. So like I said, the third spoke is excessive cash. But the last key that I didn't really mention is time. So time is what's going to make the difference on how well you do things. So I did talk about experience. I did talk about expertise and education, but the key in all three of these is time. How much time are you willing to give to learn how to do stocks? How much time are you willing to spend with a mentor or in a Facebook group in order to learn how to double your money in stocks? And then the last part, you become the expert. You become the experienced stock investor. So it's going to take all three of those. It's going to take experience, expertise, education, cash, or funds. And lastly, it's going to take time. So this is just a wheel rotation over and over and over. And you know what? It's the same exact effort it takes to become successful in any profession. But a lot of people won't tell you this. So these were my just 3 keys to building wealth in the stock market and basically learning over time. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.